Hello, money magnets and master traders. It's so good to see you guys this morning. We have another day to live and to breathe and to witness all this awesomeness, all this glory that God made for us to live in and enjoy. Dow Jones still did not clear or recapture the 200 daily moving average. And it also still did not break out this wedge, okay? Now, in yesterday's aftermarket video, I covered other ticker symbols, and I talk about the chop phase and the trend phase. And when we're in the chop phase, and comes in many different shapes and forms and sizes. And in this case, we have ourselves a wedge here, all right? A wedge or a bear flag, whatever you want to call it. And that is as of right now at least, that is what the chop phase is looking like, okay? But I do want to mention, good news is this. The range is getting tighter. So we could be getting the next leg soon. Could it be today? Could be early next week. Either way, we need to be prepared just in case the market makers decide to wake up today. Now, the 200 daily moving average is currently at 420.5. Yeah, that's a critical level. But before we get there, I do have the fib level at 418.5, okay? That's a fib level, but it's also the support of this wedge. 418.5 is the equilibrium level for today. As long as below 418.5, Unco would be bearish, all right? And if we are gapping below this wedge, it's going to end up looking like a bearish breakaway gap. So if we're below 418.5 and we start breaking down more support levels, 417, 415, 413, 411, guys, we're bearish. We could be heading back down to a previous pivot low around 407 or maybe to a lower low. But it won't be possible unless we stay below 418.5 and break down 417 and 415, okay? That's the bear case. Bull case scenario, they must get back above 418.5. Right now in the pre-market, we're below it. Got to get back above it. Clear the 200 daily moving average around 420.5. Put 422 and 423.6 in play. 423.6 is the top of this wedge or triangle pattern. It would be a breakout. Above 423.6 would be a breakout. Put it 425 or higher in play. I think we can get all the way up to 430 plus. Maybe even back test the 50 daily moving average. Maybe not in one day. It might take a couple tries, a couple of trading days. But it won't be possible unless we get above 418.5 fib level, avoid the breakdown of this wedge, recapture the 200 daily moving average, and break out this wedge to the upside. All right, you guys got my levels and setups, the bull case and the bear case for Dow Jones. Good luck today, all right? Now, IWM has an inside candle setup. If it's going to end the chop bearishly, remember, inside candle setups means chop. So if it's going to end the chop bearishly, we look to the mother candle or the preceding candle's range, and we want to see the break of that range because that range represents the chop range. So if we are to be bearish today on IWM, 203.6 and 202 must fail. Below 202, I would be bear bias with 200.8, 199, 197 or lower incoming. Now, if bulls can bounce, take out 205.6 and the 207.5 resistant levels, I would be bullish above 207.5. Chop ends in favor of the bulls. 210 and 214 would be my targets. Now, I know the 50 is starting to cross below the 200, which is technically bearish in the medium term. But in the short term, anything can still happen. We can get a relief bounce or we can drop back down. I gave you guys the levels. Be ready to react unbiasedly. Apple, chopping a bit as well. I have a critical support level at 211.7. That is a fib level. If Apple breaks that level down, I would be bullish. It would keep price below the 5 daily moving average, the 5 DMA, and it breaks down a fib level to put 210, 208, and 205.7 all in play to the downside. if we are to get a bounce, Apple needs to get above the 5DMA, which is around 214-ish right now. Okay, so I have support at 212.5 and 214. And if it clears, we can pop up to the upside. 216, 217.5, 219 or higher would be targets of mine. 221.5 would be a critical fib level that I have here. All right, so remember, look to react. 211.7 is lost. We're dropping back down. 212.5 and 214 recaptures. We could possibly get a bounce, but bulls really need above 216.6. That's a fib level, and that could put higher targets in play. Amazon still overall looking bearish. Definitely had some selling pressure from that 200 daily moving average area. Below 195.5, stay bearish on Amazon. Loss of 194, 192, and 190 would be bearish follow through. Okay. Now, I'm overall bearish on Amazon. But if we are to get a bigger relief bounce, 195.5 must clear to start. But 198 in the 200 area must clear. That's a fib level. Also, once again, it's the 200 daily moving average. The false breakdown of a 200 daily moving average would be very bullish. So I wouldn't recommend getting bullish or feeling more comfortable being bullish unless we can recapture it. Otherwise, stay bearish below 195.5. Microsoft still trying to ride up this uptrend line, little small uptrend line. Look, could be flagging, bear flagging. But either way, to break it down, it needs to get below 385.5. We're below that right now. So if we stay below 385.5 and start pushing downward, this could look like a breakaway gap, a bearish one, putting 383, 381, 379 or lower in play. Okay? Trust no bounce unless 386 and 387.5 can clear to put 390 and 392 plus in play. I'd feel a lot more bullish above 392. Here is Meta. Meta is super volatile, but it's very nice to trade if you know how to trade with the traps, the level to level style, sheep style. But right now, Meta is around that 585 fib level. If it wants to bounce like it did yesterday and maybe actually hold the levels, it needs to stay above 585. Okay, it needs to clear 588, 590, and 592 to put 594, 595.4 in play. I would be bullish above 595.4 with 600, 602, 603.5 or higher incoming. If we are to get bearish, Meta needs to stay below 585 to put those lower targets in play. 583.5, 582, a critical one at 580. That's a macro level. Fib level is also the buy zone. And below 580, I would definitely be bearish on Meta. And I think we can drop back down to the mid to low 570s. Maybe even lower than that. Guys, it's Friday. Let's end this week strong so we can enter the weekend happy and do what really matters. I love you guys. Good luck today. Peace.